Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us today. We're going to cover power of video and social media. This is part of the Momentum program and one of the sessions that we introduced to you just this year. So let me share my screen and I'll get the slides up here. Bear with me one second. Hope everyone's having a great start to the warm weather. Certainly has been a nice change. Let's see here. All right. So the power of video. What are you guys doing to promote your listings when it comes to this digital world that we've been pushed even further into with the pandemic? Not just your listings, but your own personal promotions, your marketing for your just solds maybe. What are you doing to get that going for you? Let's see. All right, here we are. So the power of video. The purpose of this course is to increase basic skill and confidence when implementing video into your business plan and dollar productive. Upon completing this class, you should feel confident enough to incorporate video messaging into your dollar productive activities. You want to be able to create a human connection to generate more relational capacity with clients and in turn lead to more sales and greater productivity. Some lead generation courses that we have within Momentum that could be related to this would, of course, also be the social media bootcamp, which I will cover as well. What is your social or your video plan? Your plan anywhere in your business should be to become more intentional and proactive. Make sure you define your aspirations, develop your GPS, implement your vital activities, and be accountable. We cover those items specifically in the real estate perspective course that will come around again in just a couple weeks. You want to become dollar productive too. There's 47 vital listing activities, 47 vital buyer activities, as well as your marketing systems and your client care. And those bounce off of each other right there, as you can see in this graph. Your video system. You want to be able to personalize your video script. We're going to give you some tactics, tips, and resources. We're going to make sure that you focus on value-driven content and establish a schedule of your video messages. Then you want to be able to track, evaluate, and improve upon that. Your personal brand has to go into every video that you do. You want to identify your audience. You want to determine the content gap. You know, who are you missing and who are you hitting it with, and determine a value. You know, what are you delivering in your messages? And you want to be a storyteller. You don't want to be a script reader. Not all of us, you know, have a prompt reader in front of us that we're reading from. So really personalize it, make it your own. The Power of Video will teach you how to build a complete video system through personal branding and dollar productive activities. And you'll learn how to identify your personal brand as well as how to deliver value-driven content to your ideal audience through storytelling. The class will provide basic concepts and activities designed to establish confidence and ability around video messaging. As an end result, you'll then be able to leverage video within your virtual activities. Tools that you will need to create a beginner video system are provided in the course. And any handouts I reference, I will be sure to attach to the email with the link to this video as it is recorded for you. Video and your brand. Video is an extremely powerful tool to incorporate within your business plan for a number of reasons. It humanizes yourself, puts a personality to your name. It creates relatability to your audience. It establishes credibility as a subject matter expert. And it's a firsthand display of your character, your expertise, and your knowledge. Not everybody that's a potential client is in front of you the very first time they come across you or learn about you or get your name from a friend. And you want to be able to deliver an experience that stands out above the crowd and strengthen relationships and build new ones. Most importantly, the average video message is outperforming your print counterpart. What's the financial proof of leveraging video? Homeowners say that they are more likely to list with a real estate agent who uses video. Marketing professionals worldwide name video as a type of content with the best return on investment. And guess what? It's free for the most part. Video drives an increase in organic traffic from search engine results pages. And initial emails with video receive an increased click-through rate. And marketers who use video grow revenue faster than non-video users. The top producing agents are using video in their marketing. Why aren't you leveraging video? For many, utilizing video messaging is out of our comfort zone. One of the requirements of growth and therefore success is having the courage to step outside of your comfort zone. In the spirit of expanding your comfort zone, let's establish why you may be avoiding video messaging. Is it a lack of motivation? Do you not have a vision for your business and where you want it to go? Maybe it's a lack of direction. Again, maybe you don't have that plan down. Or is it a lack of ability? Perhaps you think you have no skill set. Or maybe it's a lack of focus. There's no discipline. We talked about making a schedule of video messages to go out. And if you don't stick to that, you're not going to have motivation or any direction. Or maybe it's a lack of support. Maybe you don't have any community or mentorship, but you know what? There are a lot of agents within the brokerage that are using video. So start, pulling some of their names, seeing what they're doing with it, how it's going for them. When it comes to building your personal brand, the must-haves of creating are to be authentic, be an authentic manifestation of who you are. So say who you are, be who you are. It must be a reflection of what you do, the services you provide, the examples of your expertise and knowledge. Short and simple, say what you're going to do and do what you say. You must amplify what you believe. That's going to come through not only in your vocal or verbal message, but it's going to come through in your body language too. So make sure that your body language is following up or backing up what you're talking about. It must be a thoughtful display of your ideals, your personalities, your values, and your beliefs. When it comes to building a personal brand, what's one word you would use to describe yourself? And what's one word that others would use to describe you? Someone might describe me as knowledgeable. Someone might describe me as creative, friendly even. How would I describe myself? Motivated. I am motivated. I am organized, and I am determined. So what are your values, vision, and passion? And I've said this before in other classes, but if you don't have a mission statement and a vision for your business, you're never going to get out from behind the desk and out the door. So get those things together. And it can start with as simple as a tagline. What is your tagline in business? Mine is in business for family, yours and mine. I've also used meeting your needs, exceeding your expectations. Some of the big ones, Nike, just do it. So what is your tagline? And let that start to be the prompt to write your mission statement and establish your vision for your business. Your knowledge and expertise. Again, are you a brand new agent? Well, your knowledge is everything you brought with you to pass those exams to get your license. Your expertise, it simply comes down to what drove you to get your license. Was it your creative, marketing ideas that you have? Was it your desire to help people? That makes you an expert. When you're passionate about something, you've experted, you've become an expert. So what are the opinions and reputations that others have of you? Or what is the perceived value that others think they're going to get from you? And how people feel when they interact with you. I like to say that most people feel relieved after they interact with me. I am a very calm and patient person, and hopefully that puts a lot of people at ease, especially in this market that we have going on right now. All right, so an important element to your personal brand is the story that you're telling. The golden rule of video messaging is to be a storyteller. Your story is the purpose of your brand in a narrative setting. The most important element to becoming a storyteller is to create an emotional connection with your viewer. Remember, the mind justifies what the heart decides. When narrating your story, lead with emotion. Story, let's make the acronym of that. S is to stand out. Identify why you are unique and what makes you different from other agents. T, the expert. Establish what you want to be known for. What is your focus and area of expertise? O, for onlookers. Identify your ideal target audience and who do you want to hear your story? R, for relevant. What content is relevant and valuable to your audience? Why? Identify what type of content your audience is currently missing and what no one else is doing in a way that you can. What are you yearning for? What are they yearning for? How do you deliver value within your story? In other words, what does your audience need in order to be powerfully impacted to change behavior or action and increase education or on the desired topics? So if you identify your audience and identify that content gap, will determine how you'll be valuable to them. When considering what content is most valuable to your audience, establish and position yourself as a resource hub for your audience. Deliver value-driven content. Make it relevant, something that the audience needs, meaningful and appropriate. Make it irresistible, something that the audience wants and it's enticing and appealing. Make it irreplaceable, something the audience can't get anywhere else and can only be found with you, so that it's unique. Let's go on to section 2 and talk about becoming intentional and proactive and dollar productive. In the beginning, when I shared that graph with you, it had the arrow going up and down between the two. Keep in mind, and you've probably seen this graph before if you've taken the real estate perspective course of Momentum, success is multidimensional. It's got an internal and external components that cross together. You want to be in that upper right-hand corner. You want to be intentional and proactive. That's going to bring about the abundance in this business, and it's going to satisfy the abundance in your life. You want it, and you're moving towards it. On the lower side of that, when you become accidental and proactive, you're going to find yourself frustrated. I don't really want it, and I'm not really moving towards it, but I'm doing it for other people's reasons. Maybe you're working 9 to 5. On the lower left-hand side, you're unintentional and inactive. That's just going to lead to failure. You're hitting yourself in the wall every single time you turn around. You don't want it, and you're not really moving towards it. In the upper left-hand side, which is common for most of us, is to be intentional but inactive. You're content where you're at. You want it, but you're really not moving towards it, and talk is cheap. And like I said, unfortunately, that's the reality for most of us. So we really need to take that leap over to the right and be more intentional and proactive. The model for success when it comes to intentional is to define your aspirations. And again, we cover this more in depth in the real estate perspective class that's coming up in a couple weeks. But your aspirations are, what do you want? No one says, I want to be a real estate agent because I want to work. No, you want to be a real estate agent so you can provide the means to which you need to satisfy your aspirations, whether it's your own home or getting kids through college or taking vacations or buying a new car or what in your life aspires you to go out and work. Be specific about it and remain hopeful. Develop your goals, plans, and strategies for achievement. That's your GPS. It's going to set your direction. And then your hope that you're yearning for with your aspirations will turn into expectations. You're going to expect to have your own home. You're going to expect to pay for your kids' colleges. You're going to expect to establish a real retirement account. Your willingness and your motivation and your ability and training is going to equal those expectations. And then you're going to be proactive. When you're proactive, you're going to implement the vital activities and you're going to move towards them. You're going to be consistent, you're going to be efficient, and you're going to be proficient. Those are all actions. And I say that you've got to be persistent in all of those. You need to be persistently consistent, persistently efficient, and persistently proficient. Be accountable on a weekly basis. Focus on your progression. Identify your strengths and weaknesses, and your expectations will turn into reality. So again, your aspirations plus the direction plus the action and focus that you take is going to equal achievement. So define your video aspiration. What's your goal for video in your business? How badly do you want it? And what is your current stage of your aspiration for your goal? The 4 stages of aspiration Want is to define and talk about it, but talk is cheap. Desire, you're moving towards it, but you're kind of taking it slow and easy and making it convenient because that's what you're comfortable with. Passionate is when you're willing to suffer for it. Get out of your comfort zone, get uncomfortable. But let's not become obsessed. Obsession lets it take you over completely and control your life, which is unhealthy. One perfect example in this business, when you find yourself working at 9 o'clock at night and, kids are cranky and tired and maybe homework's not been done and partners are, feeling alone, like they're in the house by themselves, you've become obsessed. And there is a difference between obsessed and having to work late to get something done specifically. That's a different situation, but don't become obsessed in this business. You must be willing to progress to the passionate level. When it comes to being dollar productive, there's a basic operational premise. We have to prospect, we have to generate leads, we have to convert those leads, and we have to service them and continuously market. The 7 vital listing responsibilities and the 7 vital buyer responsibilities are just the start of each of those 47 vital activity lists that we cover specifically in activities management, and then more specifically in the listing conversion and buyer conversion modules of Momentum, which are coming up in the next few weeks. So the video plus this 47 vital listing activities can be proven to be very effective and a meaningful way to communicate with clients during these activities. So follow this symbol to identify specifically where video can be leveraged within the vital activities. And you want to document ideas on how to incorporate video into those. So they're going to show us the list and they're going to have the video check mark next to it where you could actually turn that task into a video message. Same thing with buyers. Video messaging can also be leveraged to communicate with buyers during the vital buyer activities. Follow the symbol, and we're going to document ideas on how to incorporate video into those. So let's go ahead and talk now about using scripts and video for messaging. Before you incorporate video messaging into your dollar productive activities, take a proactive and intentional approach by mapping out your message ahead of time. You want to personalize it, fit your content delivery to your own dialogue. You want to memorize it so that you know it and feel comfortable being subject matter expert. Then you want to internalize it. You want to live it. You want to feel it. You want to display your values and expertise at all times, and you want to customize it. You want to adapt the content delivery to the audience that you're talking about. So if you know you're talking about the younger generation or first-time home buyers, you might want to throw in some language that they understand or they know, and you know it yourself. Same thing if you're talking about maybe a move-up buyer or seller. They're selling so they can move up or downsize. Maybe they're older and their kids are moving out and going to college. So you want to kind of customize that content and the way you deliver it. So step 1, when you're building your video script, is to warm open. You want to kind of greet everybody. So introduce yourself, be sure to smile, share an item of value, or use a hook full of information to spark curiosity within the first 10 seconds. Deliver the message. Focus on relevant, value-driven content the ideal audience may be currently missing. And speak as the subject matter expert. Become the resource hub for the audience so that they'll keep coming back to you. Adapt your content delivery to the audience. And then close with a friendly goodbye. So thank your audience for listening. Be sure to smile and include a call to action so that to continue the conversation and the engagement with the client after the video. So what are some examples here? And again, these are included in the handout. I'm going to email as well as the video recording. A warm open would be, have you recently listed your property? Are you wondering how to stage it to get the most offers? Hi, I'm Lee with Remax. It goes on. Then deliver your message. With my step-by-step guide on how to stage your home properly, you'll impress even the most particular buyers out there without compromising your budget. A friendly close. Discover these tips by simply clicking the link below. I'd love to hear more from you. Let's have some fun. Comment below what really impresses you during a showing, and thanks for listening and happy staging. When it references clicking the links below, certain platforms that you use when you send out a video, such as BombBomb, kind of delivers the text of the video down below with like an introductory message, and then you can include any documents, attachments, or links to external sites from there. If you're recording something that you are going to put out maybe in a text message and you don't have anything to attach, you could put in a link for additional, maybe to your website where you have the materials at. So all of that is doable in however platform you're going to put a video out on, okay? But build your own video script, practice the structure and flow of your script with a partner or the mirror, or record it on your computer. Guess what? We all still have a Zoom account with our Remax. So you might want to go ahead and practice making some videos so you can see yourself and how it's going to go to your consumers. Listing activities, lead generation activities, some video script examples here. And I'm not going to read everyone word for word, but I want you to know that those are here, and let's kind of go over them just really quickly here. When you're talking to expired or terminated listings, which would be like canceled listings, not withdrawn because they're still in their contract. Hi there, I recently came across your home for sale, and I'm curious if you'd be interested in a more effective and proactive way to sell your home. That's the hook. That's the attention grabber sentence, and it's going to spark their curiosity. My name is Lee with Remax Preferred, and I specialize in homes that should have sold but didn't. I would love to spend some time discussing other options you have in getting your home sold and gaining an understanding exactly what you need in a successful transaction. That's delivering the message and establishing yourself as an expert. You said it right there. I specialize in homes that should have sold but didn't. Feel free to reach out to me on this email at any time or with any questions you may have. And if it's okay with you, I'd like to reach back out in a few days to check in. That's the call to action. You're telling them to reach out with any questions, maybe about how you became the expert in selling homes that didn't sell. Hope to see you soon. Have a fantastic day. That's a friendly close right there. And when it says here, feel free to reach out on this email. It could be that you've emailed the video to them, or maybe if you saw a phone number or had a phone number, it's something you could text to them. But you can verbally announce your website, you can verbally announce your phone number and even your email address, so that that call to action is complete. It's not missing any information. Example 2, maybe with your farming, which is a traditional outreach and across your social networks. So if you could sell your home in the next 30 to 45 days, would you? Hi, I'm Lee with Remax Preferred, and the selling season is in full spring upon us. As a realtor with 20 years of experience, my main focus and priority is you and your time frame. In fact, my roots run deep in the Sycamore School District, so I feel a strong connection to the community and therefore a duty to ensure the home selling process is as smooth as possible for each and every one of my clients, no matter what their deadline might be. To help you out, explore the housing report I've attached to this video, and let's partner to find you the home of your dreams. What's a housing report? It's a market stats, and we can get that off the MLS. So go ahead and start utilizing all these tools that you have to you and incorporating them into your business, into your video plan. It's there for you. Another example would be an open house. Maybe you're going to host an open house for one of your listings, or maybe you're helping out another agent in the office and you're going to host an open house. Hey, everyone, quick question. What are you doing on Sunday? You won't want to miss this opportunity. I'm Lee with Remax Preferred, and I'll be hosting an open house at Fields Erdel from 1 to 2. As an extra service to this family, I'll be posting a virtual tour of the home as well. If you know of anyone interested in moving into the area, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll see you on Sunday between 1 and 2 at Fields Erdel. And it goes on with a couple more examples. So as I flip through that, let's talk about what the activity is to discuss and role play examples of lead generation and video messaging dialogue within the vital listing activities. So again, kind of go through that list, and it's included at the end here. See where you can incorporate some video and start writing out some script of content. Utilizing video within your lead generation vital activities may represent opportunities to convert those leads into lifelong clients and, most importantly, advocates for your brand. With the lead conversion language, try to be as specific and personal to the individual family as possible. Here's some additional examples. Maybe you're going to meet with them, talk about selling your home after they've reached out to you from your first lead generation. Now you're going to convert them. So you're going to confirm the appointment, make sure you arrive on time. What if you already met with them? You want to send them a quick message to follow up. You do want to build rapport, buyer conversation, follow up, review buyer's needs. This is if you've met with a buyer, maybe after you've just shown them a house, some script that you could use to talk with them after that. Maybe it's about covering roles and expectations. After you've met with them, you want to go on to saying, hey, I want to help with you. I'm loyal to you getting your home found, and I hope that you'd be that too as well. Again, that's that lead conversion. What about when it comes to marketing? Maybe you've just got a home listed. Hi, this is Lee with RE/MAX here. For the past 2 months, 5 years, XYZ neighborhood has been highly sought after. And today I want to let you know that I just listed this beautiful home at 123 Easy Street. As a realtor, I believe in being intentional and proactive. So as an extra service to the family, I'm expanding my marketing plan to include a personal just listed video. If you'd like to live in this highly desirable neighborhood, please let me know. And oh, by the way, I have the property listed for $250,000. Thanks and have a great day. What if you've just sold a house, whether it be a listing or even the buyer that you have? So staying in flow with clients via video, leveraging the humanizing element to video messaging in an effort to nurture your relationship and stay in flow with your sphere on a regular basis. So maybe you don't have the means to, send out 200 postcards to your sphere of influence, but you want to get a message to them. Make it a video and email it to them. I mean, this is more effective than the newsletter campaigns that we have in Rouge now. So think about it. Opportunities to stay in flow with your clients can arise at any time during the sales process, as well as post-transaction. How could you connect with your clients on a personal level throughout the transaction and afterwards? Maybe it's a wellness check. Here's an example of that. Hi, Lee with RE/MAX here. I was just in your neighborhood and you crossed my mind. I wanted to reach out, see how you and your family were doing, and I hope you're able to take some time off of work and get that rest and relaxation that you deserve. It was such a joy to work with you and your family. Please know I'm always open to any referrals that you might send my way. I hope your new home is treating you well, and I look forward to helping you with your next dream home. Take care. And we all have past clients we haven't talked to recently. Don't hesitate to reach out. It's not that they don't want to hear from you, it's that they haven't heard from you. So reach out. Maybe you want to talk to or send a message after you find out that the client chose a different agent. Hi, Lee with RE/MAX here. I wanted to send you a quick video to send my sincerest congratulations on choosing an agent. Although we won't be working together, I wish you much success and happiness in the sale of your home. And if I can ever be of service to you or anyone you know, please feel free to contact me. Again, congratulations, and remember, high achievement always takes place in the framework of higher expectation. Take care and be well. It's almost a little subliminal message there going, if it didn't work out, it's because you didn't go with me. And so reach out to me. All right, practical application. What are the best practices and tips from some of the pros? Be concise and intriguing and clear. Share just enough information to spark curiosity and encourage the audience to continue the conversation with you elsewhere. Adjust the video length to the following recommended approximate timeframes based on the avenue of delivery. If it's a personal message that you're going to send via text or email, about 60 to 90 seconds. If it's Facebook, it's going to be 2 minutes, and you're going to have some content to throw in there, more specifically, maybe to explain a process or something. If it's Twitter, 30 seconds. Instagram, 60 seconds. YouTube, 2 to 5 minutes. YouTube or Vimeo would be the examples of maybe you're walking through an open house or you're marketing your newest listing. And then open your video with a hook. Always say something of value and extreme importance within the first 10 seconds to capture the viewer. The best times and days of times to post on social media. These are suggested times as a starting point to post your video to social media platforms. It's important to track, evaluate, and improve your tactics on a regular basis. Facebook, any day at 11 a.m. That's usually that late morning break before lunchtime for those clients that are working. Instagram, Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. You don't want to do it every day. You want to make it in the morning, except Tuesdays, make it in the afternoon. Twitter, Fridays, first thing in the morning. LinkedIn, Wednesdays in the afternoon, Thursdays in the morning, and Fridays right around lunchtime. So the average attention span is roughly 60 seconds. So utilize any seconds wisely. Supplement your video message with readable content. Make it as easy as possible for your viewer to engage further Anticipate objections your audience may have to engaging further. Help your audience overcome these roadblocks by providing easy to understand and follow directions. For example, where to locate certain tools or resources or additional information on content mentioned in the video. So when you say, I want you to click the link below, I want you to point your fingers down so that they know it's below the video that they're looking at. You want to convert your audience into advocates for your brand. So give them specific directives. Review your script and practice your flow. Have a conversation with the viewer through the lens of your camera. Review the concept or idea you want to portray and practice the structure and flow of your message. Not having an audience is necessary when you're working on getting this up to speed so that you feel confident enough to put it out there. Don't overthink how you look, just do it. Start and end with a smile, disarm your audience, humanize yourself, and inject personality by sharing a genuine, caring disposition. Practice self-awareness. Here's that body language I talked about. You want to appear open and ready to engage your audience. You don't want to shoot a video or send a video message where your arms are crossed and you just seem kind of standoffish. Lighting. Face a window or light to eliminate shadows and illuminate your face. Background. Choose a space that's comfortable and positively represents how you operate. Hence the Remax picture behind me. I could have turned this camera any which way I wanted to. Eliminate distractions for yourself and your viewer. Avoid flashy clothing and jewelry, and make sure your content is the only thing grabbing the viewer's attention. Observe your favorite speaker and take notes. Maybe it's a comedian or an interviewer or an actor. What qualities do you like when you see them on video? So was there a particular news anchor that you like, that you watch every night on the news? Is there a speaker that you watch? Maybe you're like Brian Buffini. You know, how many of us have watched Brian Buffini videos? Watch how he talks, how he presents himself, how he walks around, sometimes with one hand in his pocket, you know. But what qualities do you like when you see him on video, and what would you do differently? In a group discussion, if we were having one right here, you know, who is your favorite speaker? Who's your least favorite speaker and why? There's going to be someone you can't stand to listen to, and there's a reason why. So ask your audience who their favorite public figure is and illuminate that style. So I'm asking you, who's your favorite public speaker? Get a pre-recording ritual to inspire confidence and joy. What are you passionate about? What brings you happiness? Talk about that for 30 seconds before you record. It will raise your joy and excitement, and that will transfer directly to your content delivery. So clear your mind, get on that happy place, and record your video. Recite the purpose or the goal of your video and who you're speaking to, your ideal audience. It's okay to say, hey, family and friends, hey, family, friends, current clients, hey, sellers in the area. Remind yourself that you're the subject matter expert and you have value to share. Record a video. Tell me what you think the best video practice is and tips that you have if you're currently using video in your business. What have you found to be most successful with your video message delivery? Is it text messages? Is it email? Is it on Facebook? And what's the one thing that you'd recommend from your current video delivery? Including a call to action, a CTA, within your video message is a great proven way to encourage your viewers and continue engagement, and is a pathway to gather valuable information for proactive outreach. To avoid sounding salesy, focus on selling the benefits of taking action and the impact the action could have on the viewer's life or current situation. Be genuine and remember your purpose and who you're trying to serve. Some call to action examples. Find out more by visiting my website. Comment below and let me know what you think about, the staging idea. See me in action by visiting an open house that I'm hosting. Tag me next time you're out getting ice cream. Tag a friend who you know is crazy about, furniture shopping. Click the link below for more information on, homes in your area for sale, and you could save a specific search for an area and use that link. Comment your birthday, hometown, favorite team, etc., and find your twin. So who else is from, Cincinnati, grew up in Hyde Park? Who else went to performing arts? Those are call to actions examples, and it's going to engage your audience, and you're going to get interaction from them. Some action verbs and phrases to remember, your quick go-tos. download, build, grow, try, find, start, stop, hassle-free, join, save, discover, explore, see it in action, ready to meet, try it yourself, see the benefits, and tell me more. Those are the power phrases. Those are verbs, which is the power. The most important element to a call to action is you do with the information that you gather. Information seeking questions gives you more information for your CRM. So save detailed notes of your buyer and seller sphere preferences to reference for potential listings. Save personal details for proactive intentional engagements like a birthday video, congratulations on a team win, etc. Continue the conversation to build a rapport with your audience and make a lasting impression and reinforce your brand. A great place to start is a simple who I am and what I do video to introduce to your sphere of your brand and start building a foundation as a subject matter experts. So here are some ideas. You could focus on home buying tips, home selling tips, tips and tricks for staging a home, tips and tricks for finding the right buyer, gardening and lawn care tips, local community events. Maybe there's a parade coming up, a charity drive, a giveaway, a new neighborhood tour, interview a local pro or hero. What are some fun facts or did you know? How to, maybe it's about staging a home, choosing the perfect real estate agent, choosing energy efficient windows, what you've learned as a realtor and what you wish that you had known. Examples might be like when you bought your first home, before selling your first home, or before getting a pet, etc. So you could even take this list and put it into a calendar and start creating that video schedule. And it's almost like a manual of what to do. Video tools and resources. That's you, your brand purpose, your skill set, your confidence, and your tactics. And your phone, any smartphone device with a camera and recording capabilities, all you need right now to get started. We don't need a full camera crew. Some basic messaging resources. Here's a list of a few basic video messaging resources and programs to use as a foundational starting point. Photify, which is available on Mac Center. Consider this your pocket marketing assistant. Video templates are easy to use and ready to go. More information on Remax Associate accounts can be found here. Follow that link. BombBomb. You can send videos directly from email or text with their integration capabilities. You can create custom templates for videos, link documents and websites, link to your social networks, and add readable content to supplement your video. BigView, which is a smartphone application with a built-in teleprompt and video editor. So you can actually upload your script into there and have a teleprompter if you really need to. Vimeo. That's gives you the ability to kind of like YouTube to record longer videos and develop your online content library. Skipping back to BombBomb really quick, there is a monthly charge for that to have those additional abilities within your subscription, because we all have a subscription to BombBomb right now. It posts social media postings for us on all the holidays throughout the month. But if you really want to kind of use it as a marketing tool, specifically with video, you're going to have to subscribe to it. And I think the cost is around $40 a month, $40 to $50 a month. Don't quote me on that, but check it out. All right, establishing your video system. Make sure you track action and record it. Track what action you're implementing and you've completed. Record the actual results of the action taken. Stay in flow with your audience by tracking their interactions with your content and your competitors' post or content. Note that content shared or collaborated engagements, likes and reactions, comments, directions, direct messages, etc. So when you're counting or recording how much reaction you got or interaction, make sure you count the likes, the shares, and any messages that might have been left. Those all count as interactions. Evaluate it regularly and honestly. Honestly review the results achieved versus the goal and expectations, and consider your audience and what may need to be adjusted. Maybe you're not getting any new followers. Maybe you've posted some videos on your Facebook or your Instagram and you're not getting any more followers than you had. You need to really start promoting it out that you need more followers. That might sound silly, but next time you post a video out, say, hey, feel free to share this. I need more followers, or I want more followers. I want to help more people. So help me spread the word. You're not afraid to ask for referrals. Don't be afraid to ask for more followers. All right, continuous improvement. Determine any necessary training opportunity to expand your knowledge and enhance your skills and confidence. Formulate a plan to adjust course of action towards your goal achievement. If you feel like you're struggling and maybe you're lost on what content to do after the first time you've done a video, you can always reach out to Chris and Miles and ask them for some ideas or direction, and they will hook you up with, myself or Karen or another agent in the brokerage that can help you build this for you. So according to a Harvard study, individuals who had accountability partners saw a 33% increase in their productivity. This is what I like, accountability. Who will help you honestly evaluate your activity and create success habits? An accountability partner. How often will you meet for evaluation meetings? Make it weekly. Make it after you've launched anything. Document your goal. Record a video of your commitments and send it to yourself and your accountability partner, and revisit the video during every evaluation meeting. Again, you're building a business. Run it like a business. Let's put all the pieces of your personal brand, your best video practices, and the knowledge you've acquired into a comprehensive foundational plan. There's a workbook exercise that's included in the handout that I'm going to send you. All right, putting it all together. Let's get on that video channel. Let's clear our heads, focusing on our video and the success that it's going to bring us. The following beliefs are most important when it comes to listing conversion. There is no growth without discomfort. I live in a world of listing abundance. Success stems from duplicable processes and systems. It's a win-win or no deal. Leverage is the key to abundance. Cost is only an issue in the absence of value. And I will not convert 100% of the leads I do not generate. People will trust and follow what I can logically and tangibly explain. It's unacceptable to leave the seller's money on the table, and homes sell for two reasons: price and exposure. The pricing game is all about justification. Pricing is neighborhood specific. What's put in motion stays in motion, good or bad, up or down, left or right. Pricing homes is not an exact science. What are some core beliefs when it comes to buyers? I live in a world of abundance. My only limit is time. Focus is the key to success. Duplicable processes and systems lead to successful results. It is unacceptable for my business to earn $0. It's a win-win or no deal. I will not convert 100% of the leads I do not generate. People will trust and follow what I can logically and tangibly explain. It's unacceptable to leave the client's money on the table. Time reveals all. Having, motivated, qualified, and loyal people buy homes. Having a process reduces the risk that comes with buyers. If they won't meet me, they're not a buyer. And A-class buyers deserve my immediate time and attention. You see a lot of those were repetitive. They were on the listing as well as on the buyers. All right, here's a couple tools for you. Your lights, camera, action, simple video prep checklist. Okay, you want to go through there. You have all your social media platforms, websites, and video messaging apps clearly displayed. My contact information are properly branded with Remax. I've mapped out my story and my personal brand identity. I know what content will be most valuable and relevant to my ideal audience. I have performed a self-assessment and determined why I may be avoiding video. I'm ready to be intentional and proactive about incorporating video messaging into my business plan. I have practiced my script and I understand the flow and impression I want to execute. I have reviewed the core listing conversion beliefs and the core buyer conversion beliefs. I have practiced honest self-reflection and self-awareness to determine my current skill set with video messaging. I have identified my aspirations, goals with a video messaging. I understand that video can be a powerful means of communication to support my brand. I understand that video can be a powerful means to supplement my dollar productive vital activities. And I understand that if I create a solid system and process for video, I can be successful in any other item that you want to put onto this checklist. Creating a system or schedule based on your success habits requires an intentional, proactive mindset. The goal is to maximize output by making 100% of your workday vital. In the session on activities management, we talk about time blocking and time budgeting, and this is a perfect integration here. So you want to define your total career hours for the week, which is your time budget. You want to define your total career hours for the day. What are you going to work every day? Is it 10 to 2? Is it 9 to 5? I mean, again, it's your business. What hours are you committed to it during the day? Identify vital blocks in the day planner. How are you managing the activities you have to do for your business? What are you doing? When are you doing your lead generation? When are you doing your lead conversion? When are you servicing the clients that are in your system already? And when are you developing your personal systems more? Record an initial specific vital activities, stay engaged for the entire time block, refer to the activities checklist if you need to, assess your progression at the day's end. You want to reflect on what you've done, revise it if you need to, and let it go. The day's over. And then repeat that daily. So your video time block checklist, so that when you have your schedule ready to go, you're going to take some time to create content and decide when and where to post it and when and how to send it. You're going to take the time and block out the time to actually record the video, and then some follow-up engagement, reply to some comments or messages that were left after you've posted it, add all that information of anyone new that you get into Boosh, into your contact CRM. You want to evaluate the results. Hey, that was a really good return on my content that I delivered today. I should focus a little bit more on those kinds of topics. And then you want to continue your video messaging education. Maybe you can get some tips on how to record on your phone when you're outside so it doesn't shake so bad, things like that. So consistent focused action equals successful habits. Above all else, set yourself up for success by setting realistic expectations. Give yourself easy wins to start and build upon a foundation of success habits over time. Here's another tool that you have: create your own video time block scheduled to manage your video messaging. So when are you going to post on Facebook? When are you going to post on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and email? Here's a simple evaluation checklist that you can use, as well as some video engagement tracking sheets. The goal of training, of course, is to take action. So when you're in motion, you're planning and strategizing and learning. Those are all good things, but they don't produce a result. Action, on the other hand, is a type of behavior that will deliver an outcome. You don't want to be merely planning, you want to be practicing. Again, that's from James Clear of Atomic Habits. You don't want to be planning, you want to be practicing. So thank you for joining me on that session. And we are going to jump on to social media here, which is a very short session. And then I also want to make sure that you know all of the cool video that's already ready for you to use, and you can kind of start to use it as an icebreaker on Remax Hustle. Let me switch to my other screen here. All right, let's see here. Close this one. And this takes us to social media. Let me share my screen again here. There we are. All right. Social media boot camp. We're going to teach some proven strategies for effectively utilizing social media to grow your business. After class, you feel comfortable and confident to implement some social media best practices and strategies in your real estate business and increase exposure via building your brand and providing value, thus generating additional leads. Really quick, if you have any questions on social media advertising laws, if you jump up onto the Ohio Division of Real Estate, as well as the Ohio Association of Realtors, all of that information is available for you. Okay, what's your plan when it comes to social media? Obviously, it's to prospect, to get clients, to generate some leads, and then you're going to convert those leads, market them, service them. Pardon me 1 second. We don't have a choice on whether we do social media. The question is how well we do it. Utilizing social media to grow your real estate business is a fundamental component for many reasons. Increased outreach, quick engagement, advertising, opportunity to build, grow, and reinforce your brand, some enhanced networking opportunities, and elevated lead generation. I apologize here. 1 second. Seriously, pardon the interruption. I just was receiving a message, wanted to make sure it wasn't from one of you all. All right. You must train your mind to think in unlimited terms. Absolutely. Limited beliefs show up in the form of excuses. We do it, we'll all do it, and we don't realize it. You need to be more aware of it. At times, an agent won't progress with their social media because they place limits on themselves. They might think social media isn't worth the investment. They might think it's a fad, it's going to go away. They might think that their audience is not on social media. So write down some limited beliefs that you possess. Maybe it's, I'm not good at posting social media. I'm not good at interacting. It's really only for communicating with my family. Those might be some of the limited beliefs. Just throw it out to yourself. What do you think about Facebook? And then write down your responses. Those are your limited beliefs. And then you want to take that statement that you've made and rewrite it so it's unlimited. Social media is more about talking with my family and friends and people that I know in the neighborhood or people in the community. So you want to take the statements that you blurred out in the beginning and rewrite them to be a little bit less restrictive. Why post on social media? You need lead generation systems working in your business even when you're not. So when you're sleeping, there's still people up going on Facebook, looking on Instagram. They're going to come across your content. Where to post? Social media is an ever-evolving world consisting of a multitude of platforms for you to engage with clients on. You must identify where your clients and potential customers are in order to develop your strategy. How to post. The determination of how to post will be guided by what you're posting and where you have decided to engage with your target audience. Post content that enhances your personal brand, provides value to your target audience, and builds your reputation as a trusted local real estate expert. When to post? It should be on a consistent cadence, aligned to the platforms where your individual audience is most engaged. So I know we just focused on video really strongly because that's certainly a free marketing tool that you can use, but so is sharing things on social media, not just video. So that's why I want to put these two together and cover both of them with you. Identifying your target audience. A social media target audience is created by identifying specific people that you want to appeal to with the content you post and share. The target audience can be created based off demographics, such as an agent, income level, location, education, behavior, etc. Now they're really specific, gearing towards like paying for ads to post on your social media. I'm also talking about just simply engaging on your social media. You do want to be careful not to incorporate impermissible traits such as race, sex, religion, familial status, or disability. The importance of a target audience. Identify your target audience enables you to create content that's relevant, understand how to create content, and connect with your target audience via the correct social platform. Your target audience can and will change over time. Our feeds change over time. So some key questions to ask when you're trying to determine your target audience. What's my specialty? What are the demographics of my ideal client? What qualities characterize my ideal client? And what is my ideal client looking for when finding a real estate agent? What platforms and avenues does my ideal client use? Be careful not to incorporate, again, those traits such as race, sex, religion, familial status, or disability. Understanding your social media platforms. Focus your efforts where your target audience is. There are many modes and platforms to reach your audience via social media. Determining which platform to focus on might take a bit of trial and error. LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. I'm reading these left to right if you're not familiar with the icons. And then the lower level, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, and Snapchat. Now, a lot of us may not have all of these, or maybe not more than one of them, and that's okay. But whatever and however many social media platforms you have and want to utilize, be sure that you're doing content delivery to each and every one of them. A lot of them are kind of linked. Like if you post on Instagram, you can instantly post the same to Facebook and to Twitter, but on Facebook, you can't post it anywhere else. So kind of pick and choose there. But if you do go with one, you should probably go with another. The three most effective and highly used platforms by real estate agents are Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Social media is an ever-evolving world, and best uses and practices for each social media platform should be reviewed frequently. Understanding the media platforms. I'm not going to read each one of these. I think we're all kind of at least well enough versed in the layman's guide to social media, that what Facebook is, what Instagram is, what LinkedIn is, YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, and Snapchat. I know if you're using or have been using the Perfect Agent system, it really does break these down as well and helps you kind of log in and get started on each one of them. A reminder that there are many social media platforms available. You must identify which platforms are most relevant to you and your audience. And the key questions to keep in mind and ask yourself, where is my target audience and which of these social media platforms will return the largest investment of my time and money? Again, if you're going to be paying for like ads on Facebook, make sure that you're targeting correctly. They do have a pretty user-friendly, prompt-driven a demographic, establishment, so that you are putting the ads out where you want them. But then they also have the version where you just pay a flat dollar amount and they put it out. So real estate is a very unique industry in the fact that you are the brand. The must-haves of creating your personal brand: you must be authentic. Manifestation of who you are must be a reflection of what you do, the services you provide, the examples of your expertise and knowledge, must amplify what you believe, and must be a thoughtful display of your ideals, your personality, values, and beliefs. That was in the other session that we just covered on the power of video. Your personal brand is a combination of how you perceive yourself and how others perceive you. That was the little brainstorming that we did with the true circle graphs. How you see yourself, your vision, your values, what you do and say, your expertise and your knowledge. How do others see you? What are their opinions of you and you, your reputation, your perceived value, and how do people feel when they interact with you? Lean thinking defines value as providing benefit to the customer, and anything else is a waste. The kind of content you create and post to social media platforms can increase awareness, it can increase engagement, can drive traffic to your website, and it can create and find client advocates. So you must identify your target audience and identify what your audience needs. And the key question to answer both of those is, how will you be valuable? So again, delivering value-driven content, the post should be relevant, irresistible, and irreplaceable. And we cover that slide as well. And some examples of value-driven content, we had that other sheet there. I said you could just literally take this and use it as a calendar prompt and start creating or writing out content that you're going to use and record videos of, but not just videos, but you could do this with just some, picture messaging. Okay. When it comes to listings, you could use a calendar theme for the week of listings that you've sold recently or that you have active right now. You could do home buyer's guide. Think of 5 tips that you would tell any home buyer and post one every day and talk about it a little bit more. And I don't mean just in a video. You could just use a bullet point list. Some of the reasons to use video, of course, would be to humanize yourself, create reliability with your audience, and establish credibility as a subject matter expert. We did just talk about that. Here are the times of most ideal times to post. The recommendations change frequently, and you must determine your own strategy by tracking your engagement. If you time block out that you're going to do your social media posting, whether it's video or an image every day at 7 a.m., that's fine. It's going to get seen. Okay, so don't become obsessed with following these strict time restraints, because they're constantly changing. The most effective posting, again, would be 3 times a week to Facebook. Once a day is optimal. Instagram, once a day, no more than 3 times per day. LinkedIn, at least twice a week, no more than once per business day. Again, those are recommendations. One way to get into a consistent posting cadence is to create a content calendar, which I've mentioned a few times, showing both weekly and monthly goals to ensure you're posting to the social media platforms that are relevant to where your target audience is present. And the key is to post at a highly enough frequency to consistently provide value, stay on top of mind for your target audience, strengthen your brand, and grow your business. Set it and forget it. You can schedule postings out on Facebook. Very easy to do. One other thing I wanted to mention was, they keep talking about your target audience. Start with your sphere of influence. Okay, that should ultimately be your starting target audience. And I think you might be surprised as you go through your sphere of influence, looking down that list, that you may not be connected with each and every one of those people socially. So go through your list, start friending people on Facebook, asking them where their Instagram is or their Twitter handle, and get that content or confirmation of that contact info complete in your CRM. So again, this is kind of just a laid out calendar visual for you of when you should be posting. Again, some metrics to share or to measure your performance of likes and shares, whether or not your follower number is increasing, whether you're getting some fans, whether your responses are organic, meaning from your sphere of influence or your target audience, or whether they're being driven from what you've paid to put out there. Clicks per post, lead generation, website visits, audience mentions, return on investment. So for simple tracking, you can use the sheet below to track social media posts and their effectiveness. The goal of training, of course, is action. Everything I can introduce you to and teach you and remind you is nothing more to you than listening to me unless you take action on it. The importance and value of social media. Understand the value of having a consistent, effective social media strategy. Your thoughts matter. Identify any limited beliefs you have about implementing an effective social media strategy in your business. Rewrite those unlimited beliefs so they do not limit your success. And when it comes to identifying your target audience, identify your target audience so that you're able to connect effectively. Your target audience can and will change over time. Understanding social media platforms, you need to determine the most relevant platform to engage with your target audience on. Building and growing your brand, creating some content, when to post and how to post, and the results, of course, are key. So that wraps up that little session on social media. Hope you find that helpful in the video that I introduced earlier. And then I'm going to jump on here and go over to Remax, the Max Center. So let me stop my share here and I'm going to go to a new share. Hello. Sign on to the internet here and pull up my Max Center login. Let's see. Let's see what video. Oh, sorry. I must have spelled something wrong. There we go. Let's see what videos are available. Now, we've all kind of been introduced to Remax Hustle, so I'm going to go straight to there. I've signed into Max Center. I click on apps, and I want to go to all and down to Remax Hustle. There we go. Remax Hustle is the commercial video creator for you that has already been established based off the national campaigns that Remax has out right now. You can customize a commercial of your own. That's a video content you could put out. You can make a listing video of your newest listing. You can send a digital welcome mat, which would be to introducing a sale, a purchase side, a buyer that you had. You can highlight your skills. That's like a digital business card. You can create a hustle graphic. You could create a community message. A lot of these are out to show your support on different events going on throughout the world today. Then you can also use the new Remax Hustle video editor. This is where you can create your own video. I've had a few new agents try this out and it was a little troublesome to get through, but take some time, go through it. Let me go ahead and show you really quick. When you click on that, it's very user-friendly. It's the easiest way to make a professional quality Remax video, from listing tours to new team member announcements. It's an easy to use editor that helps you create a custom video for any use. Next, we want to create a video with music, title cards, text, and stickers, or simply just trim a video clip. The Remax Hustle video editor is as customizable as you need it to be. So it has some templates. Check out some of the videos other agents have made, and then you can get started on your own. Let's go ahead and click on the market updates. This is a sample of one the agents already made. It has this card at the end. Maybe we're going to make a video over a listing. And that included one of the little stickers. Once we click on get started, it's going to ask you what size of video do you want. You want it to be a portrait, a square, or a landscape. We'll go with landscape. How long do we want it to be? Is it going to be a 15-second video, 30 seconds, or at least less than 3 minutes? Let's go with 15 seconds. We'll hit next here. This is where you actually complete your contact card. Pardon me. So it's just Remax. We don't have the luxury property right now or commercial, so I'm just going to go with Remax. My name, if I can spell it. Title, this is where be creative. Buyer, seller, pro. You can put real estate agent, you can put consultant, but guess what? Everybody already knows you're that if you're licensed. So make it creative, you know, the dream maker, new home buyer expert, buyer, seller, pro. It's not copyrighted, use it. Your office name, this is where you put preferred group. Your phone number, very important. How are people going to reach you? Your email, use your Remax email. I know a lot of us say, well, I don't use it. I always use my Gmail. Just use your Remax email on here. It's a consistent, it's a visual. See the Remax balloon? They want to see remax.net at the end of your name. Your website. Again, we all have a website. If you don't know it, sign on to Boosh, click on website dashboard. It will tell you that yours. If you have a domain name, you want to use that one instead. This is my domain name I've captured, Lee's Family Team. That's my website. It takes them to my Boosh website, but they're going to go through Lee's Family Team domain name. All right, upload a headshot. If you want to use headshot or upload your office logo, I'm just going to keep it at the balloon for right now. Tell it to get started. It's going to ask me to add my video, my media. Select photos and videos from your own device or choose from our stock library. They have stock library. Let's go with that. Click on the next button. We're going to add cards, which would be a title card. We can choose from a variety of professionally created templates, or we can create our own. We're going to add in some filters, and we're going to add some music. All right, properties empty. Yes, we know that. Let's go to library over here on the right. Move this up a little bit. So this has some stock photos that you could use. Again, we're just creating a video to put out there. We haven't even determined what type of video it is yet. I'm going to go with this one. You want to click and drag it over there. It's going to show you how much time it's going to take on your timeline. Hit the next button. You could drag it to reposition it, whether you want it to be more towards the beginning or more towards the end. Hit the next button. You can make it shorter if you need to. And then you can align it. If you had put something in there, it looks like it's up or down, you can align it here. And then we can add stickers and text to it as well. All right, so if we want to add any text here, we could say, yes, let's add something in here. It's going to let you know it's going to justify it centered or to the left. You could drag it up or to the left and right. You can reposition, change the color and the size of it. So we're going to type something in here and it's going to show up right there unless I want to edit this and change it. So I'm going to type in buyer, seller, pro for you. Okay. If I need to change the options there, I'm done with that. Let's see if I have any media cards in there. Yes, I want to put in my agent profile. There's my card that's going to show up. Great. My filters. I don't really want to saturate the color or anything, so I'm going to not do anything there. And music. Let's pick some music out of here. Well, let's go with Country Kitchen. I'm going to finish my video here. Let's see what it comes up with. So I could have typed in a message there. There's my card that showed up. And my video. So that's how it's coming out. Now, if I want to go back in here and edit it, this is where I click back button and it's going to take me back to the beginning. So then I could go ahead and change this first stage here. If I want to change the second message, the third part of the phrase right here, and even the ending here. So it is user-friendly. You could get through it, but I understand this might be a little troublesome in the beginning. All right, so let's go to the back button here. Sorry, no, one more back. All right, so this takes us back up to the front. Like I said, if you don't want to deal with the editor, you want to get some, already made content that's a little bit easier to use one of the commercials, make a listing video for your newest listing, create a digital welcome mat for your most recent sale, highlight your skills with a digital business card, create a hustle graphic or a community message. Really, if you want to focus in on these more specifically, feel free to reach out to any of us here at the office and we can help you with that as well. But again, that's Remax Hustle, an app on the Max Center. A couple other things that are very valuable on the Max Center. Of course, First is First. This is that kind of go-getter program that you can subscribe to that will help boost your business, especially if you're maybe struggling or feel like you've hit a roadblock. Megaphone creates ads for your listings and posts them out to Facebook automatically for its first 7 days. Same thing as AdWorks right down here. And then, of course, if you want to dive into the Remax marketing icon here, this has tons of material for you. You can find all your logos here. You can find all your banners for the social media platforms that you're going to set up. To do that, you want to go in here to logos. So digital and social. Here's your social media resources. It does have a best practices guide right here as well. Here are some graphics that you can use. Here are the social media covers. So again, you could pull covers out. It's already sized and formatted to fit Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube. You just need to choose the category that you want and then go through them. It will specifically say, March's social cover for Facebook, Twitter. So find out which one you want. Download it. It's going to give you different graphics to use, but they'll already be sized for you just to plop right into that. If you need help on that, again, give us a call. All right, I'm going to wrap up here for today then. It's a lot I've thrown out at you. I hope you find it valuable, but more importantly, I hope you do something with it. So everybody enjoy the rest of their day, their weekend, spring weather is coming on, and most of all, enjoy building your business and being successful. Thanks for joining us, guys. Have a great day.